Welcome to another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. A big win, 59-7 on Friday. Coach, it was a big showdown of undefeated Sand Springs. You had already lost to Owasso in district play. You needed the win to keep up and have that shot at still winning the district. And boy, you went in and set a tone real fast.
Well, this time of year, you need any win you can get, and depends on what the schedule is. It obviously can put in some great matchups for you, and Sand Springs didn't disappoint. They were 6-0, and we knew they were a good football team. And I'll say right off the bat, I'm not real sure that the score represents what kind of team that Sand Springs is, because we felt like going into it that they were an outstanding football team. We felt like that they deserved all the attention that we could give them, and so I really need to credit our team for playing extremely well and fun atmosphere, and I just felt like all three phases came together.
And it was one of those games, and you have them every now and then, where things just really snowball. I mean, you know, blocking kicks and running them back for touchdowns, long kick returns, one-play drives, 80-yard touchdown runs, things like that. It did kind of avalanche on them in the second half.
We did, and you know, we were able to on a punt, the punter muffed a snap, and so had a couple of short field situations. But again, I don't want to discredit what our kids did. We challenged them in the second half. We were up 17-0 at halftime, and we challenged them to understand the point margin, understand the 15 points, and how crucial this was. And we came out and scored 42 in the second half. So I was real proud of the way our kids responded, especially in the second half.
Let's take a look at the numbers. I know it's a little bit early, but we'll talk about these numbers. They're very impressive for the Redskins. And you look at that rushing total, but look at the line for both. Rushing for you, Coach, and for them. And that another incredible defensive effort against the rush.
Well, I felt like that anytime you go into a game, you can have the rushing attack, that lopsided. You're going to have an opportunity unless there's some type of a turnover situation, and that, we did not have. And so we couldn't be more proud of the offensive line again, continuing to run the football extremely well. And, of course, very efficient in the passing game with Hunter. I felt like that he, again, played very well from his position. And I thought Sand Springs had an outstanding quarterback, did a great job throwing the football. But, again, I believe they were inside the 25 times, and we turned them away 4. So great red zone defense. And then, of course, you throw the ball about 45 times, you're going to complete a few of those. But I believe that we held him to about 50% completion. So all in all, with a couple of guys injured, I felt like defensively we stood up and when we needed to. And, of course, you look at scoring defense, they only had one score. So pretty proud of what we did.
Well, and the one interception down there, too, that he threw, that was kind of a desperation near the end of the half, just to try to get something maybe going to get another score at the end of the first half, and they picked it off. They didn't turn that into any points, but it is obviously a turnover for the game.
You bet. When you take a gamble and just see if you can't take a shot there before the half, they make a great play, and maybe got a little too greedy on that one with about 13 seconds left.
Now we're going to see when we take a look at the first half, Terrel Buchanan just had an outstanding day. Only 8 carries, about 187 yards, and if my math doesn't fail me, that's about 23 yards a carry. That's huge.
Pretty nice for a sophomore tailback.
We'll take a look at that first half. When we come back, stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
We like Adam, yes we do!
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account with our school pride card.
Oh, Adam, here's some fun!
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with our school pride card.
Our school gets a TTCU donation when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best!
TTCU has more than 30 school pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
In the blink of an eye, your home and belongings can be severely damaged. If this ever happens to you, call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration. We're your restoration experts. For over 20 years, we've been restoring homes and businesses damaged by disasters. Our highly trained technicians work to restore your property and refurbish your belongings in our secure Tulsa-based facility, restoring lives one disaster at a time. Call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, let's get to the first half highlights. And Coach, you did something a little unusual. You won the toss and did not defer. You wanted the ball.
We did. We wanted to get started out quick and didn't know what the weather was going to do. We knew at that time that it was pretty good and felt like, well, let's make sure we get our extra possession when the weather's good. Didn't know if it was going to change in the second half wind-wise and also wanted to get our offense started off quick. And you're going to get it started quick when Kel Pearson does a great job right here on the kickoff return. Outstanding way to kick off a game. Awesome time right there. Obviously, he looks like he's even celebrating with his home, with another team, with the Sand Springs team there. But Coach Kyle, everybody pretty excited about the way we started there. Not often you get the chest bump the guy who tackled you. So
I don't think the opponent cared for that a whole lot, though.
Come out here, get an early catch there to Jeff Mead. Comes back on a 4th down, and what a great play for Hunter. Hunter ran the ball extremely well the other night, ran with a lot of toughness, and on a 4th down, picking up a big down there. We really enjoyed that. Flare pass there was ruled backwards pass, and so we lost about 15 yards on that one, which made it obviously pretty difficult to pick up. They do a good job on Jeff Mead deep. Come back here and get about half of it. We felt like if we could get half of the 4th and 25 we had, we might be able to kick a field goal. And we attempted one and just missed on the field goal. Defensively now we've got to come back, and what a great way to start out there. Got good coverage by Harper. Just can't come up with the interception. I thought several of those we missed during the night with the quarterback. I'm telling you, he throws a hard ball. Those looks like a shortstop out there throwing it and puts a lot of heat on that ball. Great play call there with the tight end screen. Back to that side, you can see the way they move the ball. As we talked about, kind of in between the 20s, pretty good. But great defense down deep there. There's Dalton Rodriguez on a sack. I think he had 4 sacks on the night. Great job there by David Todd, who played an outstanding football game. And then, of course, Dalton Rodriguez there with a big sack on 4th down. Coming here, you see Terrel Buchanan. What a huge hole they open up inside, and Terrell gets off to the races there for about 60 yards or so, and gets us down in that territory. You can feel the way that our guys are continuing to apply pressure and playing kind of amped up right now as all 3 phases are playing extremely well, and we were able to punch it in for our first score. Defensively, again, outstanding play there on the edge. You've got Cameron Cotton and, of course, Kai Young and Harper doing a great job on that. You'll notice here, great coverage by Devin Davis, and then there's that pressure. You get to a quarterback pretty early there like Cameron Cotton did. He starts to think about that the rest of the night, and we enjoyed being able to get a little bit of pressure on their outstanding quarterback. Marquise Fletcher comes up on the replay, makes a nice play there. Again, a little bit of rushing yards here or there, but most of the night I felt like our defense did a nice job. There's a trap play that they played. They've got several yards on other teams, and I felt like that Cameron Cotton and David Todd and those guys inside, Kobe Evans played outstanding as the linebackers. Another pressure situation right there. David Todd, outstanding pressure on the quarterback and good coverage. We were able to spin the coverage down and just about get an interception on it. Terrel Buchanan, here he goes again. Looks like same thing. This time he understood how to run away from that kid. He was able to go 80 yards in there for the touchdown. Look at the block inside right there. Great job by Mejia and get nice blocking. And, of course, they were loading that cutback so much that if he kept it play side, he had a great chance of just going right through it, and he sure did there. Defensively coming up, you see Marquise coming up making a nice play. They get in here for a short quarterback sneak to pick up their first down on 2nd and short. Great screen play. They're a really good team with their screens, and a couple of times they got us on it, and then a couple other times we sniffed it out pretty well and kept the screen game in check. Defensively, our guys flying around the football. You'll see here several guys. Anytime that there's a tackle made, you're going to see 5 or 6 guys in on the tackle. I love the way the intensity of our defense really felt like that they're starting to play like they did earlier in the year. Come back offensively. You can see, look at the protection. It's unbelievable how we were able to protect up front. Offensive line continues to impress me with their play. Obviously, anytime you have some team rush for almost 400 yards, and then the protection that you're seeing, Hunter's just not under a whole lot of duress back there, and he's able to play pretty well. Coming inside here, you see Cole Ward from the defensive end position making a nice play against the run. Great play there by sophomore Brandon Golphin. Brandon came in and played really well in the bandit spot there, tipping the ball away. Good hard running in there by Justin Silman. You can see right now that guy's got a lot of strength with him right here. Look at one of the strongest players pound for pound that we have in our weight room, and you can see Justin Silman's able to run pretty tough, and what an outstanding play. They're right there on our sideline for our guys to get excited about. Justin inside, look at that. Tough running again inside, running over linebackers. Offensive line in there. Number 61, Parker Anderson on the pile, continuing to push the pile and does a great job. Love seeing this route right here. Got a little stick route here running to the marker. You can see there, Clyde Cornegie right there on the nice throw and nice catch for a first down. Outstanding job again by Justin. This was, had about 70 yards on the night and did a great job running the football. There's Cornegie again on the outside on the little bubble pass, getting some nice yardage there. Nice job for Chris Hall on the outside. There's Hunter again on the nice run, just getting what he could when he needed to. And you can see right now going into the half, 17-0, something that we felt like gave us an opportunity to get our district points. That last drive there, we missed it, but Austin Butler kicked a 39-yard field goal, and I thought Austin did a great job all night long, as well as Adam Holt. I think he was able to kick it into the end zone about 5 times. So anytime you get kickoffs that are going deep into the end zone, it really helps your defense out. Defensively, pressure on the outside. Dalton Rodriguez again on good pressure. You get Devin Davis on the coverage, doing a good job with it. They hit us with a quick draw, which gets them on their end of the field. We've got to play some stiff defense here. And you can see right now that Marquise Fletcher's out there. He's chasing guys down, doing a good job with it. Great job right there by Devin again against really their best receiver, doing a super job with it. They come back here, hit a nice little screen to the outside. You can see Colby Evans recognizes the screen, beats the block, and gets there for just a few yards. Come back to the other side. Got good coverage again out of the back of the end zone there by Harper, and turn their defense away, turn their offense away one more time. There's that late interception again. Probably got a little greedy as a coach, having to go for that with about 13 seconds left. So we're going to ask our defense to come right back out. There's JoJo and Taco there with a big sack right here to end the half, and that's a heck of a play right there. Gives those guys an opportunity to play some defense, and when you throw an interception like that, it makes you a little bit nervous, but defensive line came through.
Absolutely. 17-0 at the half, and obviously a lot of scoring still to come for the Redskins in that second half in a 59-7 win. Back with more on the Union Football Coaches Show after the break. Stay with us.
Conveniently located near Highway 169 and the BA Expressway, the campus of Tulsa Bone & Joint is home for our multi-specialty group of orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine, and rheumatology specialists. With physicians specializing in all aspects of bone and joint problems, our multidisciplined approach allows us to treat the entire musculoskeletal system. So when joints are swollen and painful, or you are in need of an orthopedic surgeon, remember Tulsa Bone & Joint Associates, your orthopedic, sports medicine, and rheumatology specialists.
At Arvest, we know our customers come to us for different reasons. There are some who need banking on their time. For others, it's not when they bank, but where. Then there are those who take their banking wherever they go. From big moves to small favors, we recognize the needs of our customers, and now they've recognized us. Again, for the third year in a row, Arvest ranked highest in customer satisfaction with retail banking in the Southwest region by J.D. Power & Associates. Switch today and get the customer service you deserve, only from Arvest Bank.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. 17-0 at the half. We get rolling in the second half. Sand Springs coach to receive the football.
Well, again, we wanted to make sure that we started the half off correctly, and what a great way to start. You get Will Hamilton, sophomore. I thought he did an outstanding job on kickoff. He's definitely earned a spot and continues to get better and better for us. Got a tackle inside the 20 on the opening kickoff of the second half, so pretty fun to see that happen. There you go, Dalton Rodriguez, Colby Evans in there on the speed option week. And, you know, if you can get your defense to go 3 and out, first series there, and then they get the muff punt. Pretty exciting to see. That's the way you're going to start the half there. Go 3 and out. Special teams makes a play, and then quarterback goes right in the end zone, Hunter Ataya, for another touchdown. So exciting to see Hunter running the football so well. Come back in here defensively. Kai Young comes in, makes a nice play on the outside. Then they go deep on us right here, and what an outstanding play by Sand Springs. Really felt like Devin was right there to get the ball out, and their guy makes a great play right after we had a third down penalty, which gave him a first down. Another outstanding play there by Devin, and Marquise is right there. Just their kid makes a nice play, and they're able to go in on the inside route and score a touchdown. Got back to that point margin of 17, and again, when you're looking at trying to get 15 district points, you know, to me that's more like a tie ball game, and so we've got to answer. And I felt like this drive, right after their score, what an outstanding drive by our offense. Continued to do a good job. Hunter Ataya running the football, very tough inside. Offensive line doing a nice job. I don't know how many plays this drive was, but an outstanding drive by our offense. Got the tunnel screen in there to Jeff Mead. And then, of course, running the football, running the zone inside. I thought Justin Silman, really any of our backs that got in with our offensive line blocking the other night, just did an outstanding job. So many effort plays made by our guys like Parker Anderson, Connor Nichols, and Carson Meyer. Those guys did a great job in their effort blocking down the field. Got the Khalid Cornegie on the reverse. Does a nice job, and what a tough run inside there by Ataya, and which gets us back again, a little bit of breathing room on the scoreboard. Defensively, come back in here. What a great play there. Harper comes in, got the guy double covered down deep with Marquise and Harper, and I think that quarterback could probably throw it about 70 yards. Nice job again, keeping them in check underneath. We didn't want it going into the game. They had a lot of plus routes where they could go deep on you on a lot of things, and we wanted to make sure that we made them earn every yard. Nice job there by their coach. Good call on the sprint draw, and they blocked it up well, and again got down on our end of the field. We need to play some tough defense now in the red zone. See the pressure coming underneath there by JoJo, and great job. I felt like on our guys reacting to the ball. I thought that David Todd got there. The official thought he got there a little bit too early. Gives them that first down. And again, Devin Davis out there just scrapping and getting after the receiver. Thought he did extremely well most of the night. We missed right there, but knocked the ball away. And what a great play. Devin Davis on the block. And right there, just as he's coached to do, Kai Young is there to scoop it up and gets to go in for about 70 yards. You can see the block here. What great camera work by our crew. Nice block there, hands together. We know that when it's blocked, you're supposed to have a guy there to scoop and score. Does exactly what he wants, and then Devin spends the rest of the time trying to convince him to hand it off to him or pitch it to him on the way. Of course, Kai's not going to do that. A lot of fun to see guys go in, and then you get a lot of exhausted defensive players out there because they've played a couple of series in a row and then returned a block kick, and so they're going to have to play tough when they're extremely tired. Great job there by Kai Young and Marquise Fletcher on the outside. Again, getting about 10, 15 yards on some of those underneath completions, but we're going to try to make them earn everything. Got a missed tackle, not very many of those the other night, one of just a few, and you can kind of see how tired we are defensively. And so we've got to make sure that we kind of test our mettle here and see if we can't get a little bit tougher on this drive. You get David Todd comes in, Makes a nice play there. There's David again. We felt like David just performed extremely well from his position the other night. What a great play there by Colby Evans. Open field tackling on a great athlete, stopping him on 4th down, and makes a nice play there. Come back here. You saw Dalton Rodriguez make a nice play the play before, and then he comes back in, makes another sack. That was the 4th down on that play. Another sack on 4th down to end their series. Terrel Buchanan back in, get some tough runs inside. You can see, I think you said he had about 8 runs, so not too many of them. Most of them he made them count for touchdowns. There's Chris Hall to the outside. Thought it was a great read on the outside there. Look at our offensive tackle right there, Blake Mejia, all the way down the field, blocking up. At one point, his knee brace locked up on him, and so he had to run stiff-legged. And that was one of the plays we noticed on film is something in the hinge on his knee brace wouldn't let him bend his leg, and he wasn't going to let that stop him. He went all the way downfield. Great play there to Khalil Barnett. A nice play call, and is able to get us inside there. They run another screen play. Defensive lineman gets his hands up. Cole Ward tips the ball there to a junior nose guard in there, Jansen Smith, with the big interception. And you're not going to get very many of those right there, nose guard interceptions. And we were pretty excited on the sideline to see the defensive line involved in a big play. Probably the play that broke their back there was a couple of those plays there in the quarter there with the block kick and the interception, and of course Stillman going in for a nice run. We're able to get a few other guys in the game. You can see that defense continues to play well, and you got Rogers there at free safety making a nice play. See our quarterback here doing a great job. Farquhar comes in, reads the defense, checks it off to a little swing pass out to Will Hamilton, who does a nice job. Look at Derek Finch. Derek Finch coming in, running the football, junior tailback, doing a nice job. Really felt like the offensive line, there's Big Briggs inside. I think there's a lot of youth in there. There's Harker in there. Great kick-out block. A couple of sophomore linemen I think are going to be pretty good. And, of course, I believe there's a lot of people who take Finch as a tailback. There's Dunkelberger from the defensive end spot, senior defensive end, making a nice play on the defensive line. There's Tristan Anderson getting in there, and Connor Dibbler, senior linebacker, making a nice play. Again, nice to see those guys in there. There's Dibbler again. What a great leader he is on our defense as a senior. A great role player. Bailey Cooper, our scout team, one of our scout team players of the week, going in, making a nice play. Then they get a fumble, and can't remember who came up with that fumble. I believe it was Dunkelberger Leroy came up with the fumble, which gave our offense the ball here, and hopefully there with Cameron Benefield, hopefully we're going to be able to grind it out here, and love to see our seniors come in and get some playing time. There's Shiplet on the outside, getting a nice play and big block. And again, a lot of fun to see those guys come in, and of course get to take a knee in there as we finish the game.
Swing it.
Just a little bit, yeah, just a
frustration.
little bit of frustration there on Parker Coon.
Well, you can see it 59-7, a huge win for the Redskins. We'll come back and get up close and personal, and then we'll close out the program taking a look at the Thursday night opponent, Bartlesville. Stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
They say the hopes of a franchise are heavy, but they're nothing compared to the hopes of a city. That, they say, can be impossible to carry. It just weighs too much. They say there's no telling what something that heavy can do. I say there's no telling what light can do.
The Adidas ID Zero Ghost, only at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, Kevin Ward along with the coach, Kirk Frederick, and let's get up close and personal with some photos from our man Vic Kidwell.
Vic came out with some great pictures this week, and always excited to see what he does. And of course, on his website, he's got many more. But we have Kaler Pearson here. I may have called him Kale, his older brother, in the highlights there. But Kaler Pearson on the return did a great job getting us started there. There's Jeff Meade catching the ball, and then of course turning outside and picking up a first down on the underneath little hitch route. What a great shot. Again, I don't know how he does this. There's that blocked field goal, and he's always got a picture of these plays in action. And Devin Davis and Kai Young. Great pick there of Parker Anderson as a guard there blocking down. You can see Justin Selman getting ready to get the ball. Of course, there's the other side of it there with Blake Mejia burying somebody. And you see Justin Selman there just going right over the top there as he runs down the field. There's that punt block team there. Those guys that are getting ready to work a hold up there on our punt return. And then of course you always love seeing kids celebrate there. You got Clyde Cornegay and Hunter Ataya there celebrating after a big touchdown. And there's the first part of it right there. You love seeing those guys and running the ball inside and scoring on us. Just love the way that Hunter Ataya has been playing. What an outstanding play here. There's Big Jansen Smith, junior defensive nose guard, on the interception from the tip by Cole Ward. Of course, Bronson Phillips probably begging him to hand it to him too. So there's Cole Ward there on the field goal, doing a nice job of blocking him. Parker Anderson, of course, Kaler Pearson on the hold. And then, as we said, Austin Butler kicks a 39-yarder there in the first half for us to get a 17-0 lead.
You haven't really it hadn't come down to a field goal yet this season, even though you've had plenty of close games. But you feel pretty good about your kickers. You have a couple now.
Yes, we do. I'm real excited about the way that Adam Holt kicked the other night. If you find somebody that can kick a deep field goal, or if you've got somebody that can kick it in the end zone, and in high school football, there's just nothing better than have that kind of weapon, and to kick 5 of them deep into the end zone. What a great night that Adam Holt had. And of course, Austin Butler has been so consistent for us, continues to kick the ball well, very, very consistent and very accurate in his kicks. And then we've got a young one, Wyatt Clevenger, kicked a game winner. You talked about that against Enid in JV last week. Wow. So excited to see that Wyatt is going to be the next guy in line.
Well, the next team in line is the Bartlesville Bruins, as they will come to Union Tunnel Stadium for a Thursday night kick, 7 o'clock. Again, all home games at 7, but it's a Thursday night game. We hope that you'll be able to make it out and support the Union Redskins in that effort. For the coach, I'm Kevin Ward. Thanks for tuning in to the Union Football Coaches Show.